symbol of eternal life. I give the necklace to all my patients.
$800 a piece, that's an expensive gift.
What exactly do you treat them for?
You're what, early 40s, right, detective?
Late 30s, why?
Do you ever feel that your stamina is declining? That you don't have the energy you used to, or that you've lost your edge?
No, but let's say that I was.
Well, then I'd put you on a course of human growth hormone and testosterone therapy. I guarantee you'd be a new man in the squadron, not to mention the bedroom. But you didn't come here to hear me pontificate. How can I help you?
Never seen her?
I don't think so.
Well, are you sure that she's not one of your patients?
Human growth hormone is used to treat children of short stature, detectives, but that's not what I do here. And I don't treat children.
Well, what about Dr. Foy?
There is no Dr. Foy. It stands for Fountain of Youth. Why would you think that I would know your victim?
Well, because when she was found, your infinity symbol was hanging around her neck.
What happened?
That's what we're trying to find out.
My patients who wear the necklace tell me that people often ask them where they can get one.
Any chance we can get a list of those patients?
Detectives, you know that it would be unethical as well as illegal for me to give you that information.
Lang, soon will come.
You can't come barging in. I'm with clients.
I'll handle this, Joan. Detectives Benson and Sabler. And you are?
FBI. George Fong.
Can we help you?
Who cleaned out your foundation's brownstone?
How would we know?
Oh, come on. Somebody gave the order. Now it was either you or your attorney.
Are you accusing me of a crime?
Well, I'd like you to explain why Dr. Lang and Mrs. Haggerty both have the same lawyer.
I called Miss Quinton after you arrested Paula. You've made a terrible mistake. Do you know how much she's helped runaways?
You mean after she kidnaps them?
You're wrong, detective.
And what about Samantha Tassler undergoing in vitro fertilization, which you happen to perform? Are we wrong about that, too?
Any OBGYN who's a fertility specialist could have done that.
Yeah, but she and the other girls weren't wearing any other fertility specialist's infinity necklace. And you got Miss Haggerty here who's got that symbol tattooed on her wrist.
Any questions from the FBI, Agent Wong?
You enjoy this, don't you, Dr. Lang?
I enjoy helping those girls thrive and realize their full potential. Because of you people, we may have to close down the foundation. Joan?
Unless you're going to arrest me or either of my clients, we're through. Or my next call is to the Internal Affairs Bureau for harassment.
He's a narcissistic bastard.
Dr. Frankenstein doing his experiments. To the bus.
Elliot, put this on.
My patient gets an infection because you've contaminated my sterile field. She could die.
Okay, is she cut open?
No, of course not.
Then wake her up safely.
You don't understand, do you? I'm going to make medical history here.
Not by using teenage girls as guinea pigs, you're not. Wake her up. You're under arrest.
So how many more girls do you have stashed away?
Dr. Lang has assured me that...
There are no more. You endangered my patient's life when you entered my operating room.
We stopped you from experimenting on her.
All of those girls consented. You have no idea how you've harmed our cause.
Oh, we've been through your records, Doctor. Your cause is preying on the grief of parents who have lost a child by promising them a cloned baby in return for a donation. We've got one here for $500,000. Now, I call that fraud.
I call it hope.
You can't prove Dr. Lang intended to defraud anyone.
I believe that it is possible to clone a human being.
Well, that's now illegal in this country.
Well, it won't be once we start dying off.
So we as a species are on our way out, and cloning is our only chance at survival. Is that it?
Not just survival, detective. I'm talking about immortality.
And you use this idiotic crap to coerce girls into being human incubators.
Stabler. That's Irish Catholic, right?
Hey, pal, this ain't about me. It's about you.
You believe a virgin gave birth. You think that was a very popular theory in Jesus'
What
time?
I believe has got nothing to do with your case.
Doesn't it? Heretics were burned at the stake for saying that the world is round. Darwin was vilified for even suggesting that humans evolved from the primordial ooze. Yet science and reason proved him right.
So you're saying that you're the new Darwin? Or maybe even the Messiah?
I wouldn't take it that far.
What exactly is my client charged with?
Fraud and aggravated sexual abuse.
You don't really think that either of those will stand up in court, do you?
Jessica, could you please describe the room where Mrs. Haggerty took Samantha Tassler?
It was empty. No chair, no bed, no toilet. Just 4 walls, a floor, and A bucket.
Did you believe that the human race would become extinct unless you cloned children?
Yes.
First teams to successfully clone a cat. I'm close to cloning a human being.
Dolly the sheep only lived for 6 years, and experts say that cloned human babies could be sick or deformed. So, isn't it irresponsible to even try?
Medical visionaries throughout history have been ridiculed.
Not only do you not know how this is going to turn out, you don't even know how to do it, do you? So why did you promise to clone babies to parents who had lost their children?
Oh, I have every intention of delivering on that promise.
But you testified on direct examination that you used your sperm to fertilize the eggs you had taken from Samantha Tassler and the other girls. So you were going to give your children to those parents.
Until I'm able to clone their babies, yes.
But you were going to continue taking their money.
The money was crucial for me to continue. I have no other way to fund my research.
Research that is now against the law. What were you going to tell those mothers and those fathers?
I would have told those parents to be patient. And they would have had other children to love.
Children who belonged to girls like Samantha, whose eggs you took.
Those girls, Samantha included, consented to the procedures.
Really? Did Samantha also consent to being locked in a room without food or water?
Objection!
Withdrawn. Dr. Lang, isn't it true you were afraid the money would dry up when the parents who paid you to clone their children found out that you had lied to them?
You're treating me like a criminal when I'm trying to give life, not destroy it.
You destroyed Samantha Tassler's? You knew if she exposed what you were really doing, your research would be all washed up.
Objection!
Withdrawn. No further questions.
Redirect, Your Honor. Dr. Lang, did you ever set foot in the Foundation for Knowledge Expansion?
Only in the beginning when we were setting it up, and never when the girls were there.
Who took care of the girls?
Paula Haggerty.
Did you ever tell Mrs. Haggerty how to handle the girls?
No. She was more than qualified to take care of them on her own.
When did you last see Samantha Tassler?
When I confirmed her pregnancy, a week before she died.
So, Mrs. Haggerty is the only one who could have known what happened to her.
Mrs. Haggerty sets her own rules with the Foundation House. I can't speak to what took place there.
Thank you, Doctor. No further questions. The defense rests, Your Honor.
Of Samantha's reprogramming?
I went to check on her. She could barely move. Just as I was about to give her some water, Dr. Lang walked in and took it away from me. Samantha died in my arms.
What happened next?
She was so dirty. I tried to wipe her face with tissue. I fixed her hair. And I put a blanket around her. And then we carried her out to my car. Dr. Lang said that I should leave her. As if she were homeless. But I tried to make her as comfortable as possible.
Paula, why are you doing this? Why would you betray me like this?
Dr. Lang, you are out of order.
This entire trial is out of order. Don't you understand? I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save the human race.
Sit down, Dr. Lang, or I will have you removed.
The cat's out of the bag, folks.
Remove the defendant.
Science and the future wait for no one. If not for me, someone will clone a human being. You wait and see.